do when you really want to do it. Have fun with your life when you can, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Okay, today, this video that I want to talk or watch is about roommates. Uh, because me personally, I've where I've lived and stuff, I've had roommates and stuff myself. I've got several rules of my own that I would personally go by, and no matter what, at this point, if I ever had more roommates. But at the end of the day, the roommate thing is something that I personally don't say, or I don't. I'm not saying that
You know, I never really understood.
I wouldn't say that you shouldn't have roommates, but having roommates, there's just some rules that you should go by, and I'll probably talk about my as we're watching this.
Trigger words until I got roommates. I hated my roommates. Except for you, Isaac. He watches my videos. Oh, James, you didn't hate your roommates. You just mildly disliked them. Yes, I did. When I first moved out of my house and went to college, the day I moved into my apartment and I opened the front door, this is what I saw. Keep in mind all the buildup that has gone into this moment. First, I had to get accepted into the school, then pick my major and classes. Then I had to find an apartment close to the school and get everything set up there. Then I had to pack everything up into a suitcase, kiss my dogs goodbye, and then be all on my own for the very first time. I opened the door to where I'd be living for the next 8 months, and this is what I see. Someone sleeping on a couch. He was wearing some bright fast food employee uniform. The TV is on. There's a Halo 5 poster hanging on the wall. The sink, counter, and table is full of dirty dishes. There's a big industrial-sized trash can that is overflowing. Inside the fridge, there is an empty box of Dr. Pepper, a bottle of ketchup, and a jumbo Costco-sized pack of hot.
Okay, so when I first moved in with my moved out, first I was living in a building, and I thought, okay, let me move in with my friend because I'm tired of living in a building, and instead of living in, cause like I was living with my dad at the time and everything, I thought, and then something happened. I don't know exactly. Oh yeah, I moved. I moved in with my mom because it was closer to a job that I was at, and me and my mom got had some issues and stuff. I never have lived truly with my mom before this point. I mean, I have, but at the same time, it was just like there was just a bunch of complications living with my mom because there was so many things that like all I wanted to do is maybe wash laundry, and then I got fussed at for leaving the laundry uh, one time, and I was like, you know what, fuck, all right, I'll. So had to set a bunch of rules, like okay, this and the thing is also for food, it was just another thing, but for like at my mom's, I couldn't really like say, okay, this shelf's mine, this shelf's yours, and blah blah blah. Because this was my mom's house. We grew up. I grew up here, and this and that. I did have to pay my mom some rent and stuff for letting me stay there. But I was sleeping on the goddamn couch, or if I was lucky to sleep on the couch, I had to sleep in the floor for a little while. But technically, I didn't have shit to rent. I was just a fucking someone that was sleeping there and washing clothes, and then I would go to work and then eat at work most of the time. Come straight home, do some laundry if I had laundry, and then go to bed. Uh, I didn't have a fucking room. I didn't have anything. Like I ate when they ate. I ate what they ate, and all this and that. I didn't have a lot of that shit that they and then I moved back in with my dad. But when I moved in, there was no actual bedroom available because my sister had my room, and my other sister had the other room. And with this, my dad was like, "All right, well, we got the building. We can put you out there in the building." And I was like, "All right, whatever." It wasn't that big of an issue, really. But then one of my friends, he offered to let me move in with him. Uh, It was a cheap rent. First off, he actually had my own fucking room. Uh, that was already a plus side, and it was a lot. It was even cheaper than living with my mom. My mom was trying to charge me like $600 a month, and then uh, my friend from school, he was only going to charge me $400 a month. So I was like, shit, I get a room too, and I was doing this and that, and then we started having issues with. Well, actually, at first we didn't really have issues because I was bringing in groceries, I was bringing in food, I was doing this, I was doing that, It didn't matter as long as I didn't fuck with certain things and all this and that. And then hell, we would even go to the club at nights and shit, party and all this and that. But my point to this is, he we didn't really start having issues until he got a woman in his life, and then the woman, no hate against her really. It's just the fact that we didn't have issues really until the woman came into his life, and we started having more issues because she started implementing more rules and stuff, and I couldn't say something because if I did say something, it it was against him as well because he was like, I'm the one that's saying this shit, and because he's taking his woman's side. And long story short, a lot of disagreements happened. I moved out. I moved back into my dad's building. Uh, for a little while, I don't know what happened. I don't know exactly everything. I remember living with my dad in my dad's building for a while. My cousin, he offered me a place to stay. We both were working at the same place, so I had a guaranteed a way to get back and forth to work. Some long story short, same kind of shit. A lot of disagreements happened, and then just a bunch of shit happened, and a lot of it wasn't even me and my cousin. It was his old lady and shit. And then once I once everything happened, we just had some issues, and I just said fuck it. I'm getting accused of doing some dumb shit. If I'm about to get accused of it, I'm about to do it, and so fuck this. I'm gonna get out. Uh, so instead of doing it and getting out of control and shit, I just said fuck this shit, and I moved the fuck out. Back into my dad's building at the time. Had I didn't stay in the building alone this time. He actually fixed the room up for me. He talked because my sister at the time was sleeping on the couch, and this wasn't by force. This was because she decided to. She did not want to because she was scared to sleep in the room at the time. Something was going on with her for a while. She would not sleep in the living room or anything. I mean the bedroom for shit. She was scared of shit of it. So I decided to. Well, they let me move the fucking the bedroom. I moved in, and then about 2 or 3 months later, I got it. I was working while I was working. I got a trailer to rent, and then since then I've been like this. Oh, and then after the trailer, we decided to move in with my stepdad, mainly because just shit happened where we was living. Uh, they started going up on rent more and more, and we couldn't really afford it. And then also a couple family issues and stuff, and I couldn't work for a while, and I was out of a job for a little while, and I got my job back, but they didn't want to give me my job back when I needed it at the time to be able to pay rent. But long story short, yeah, they were just wanting to. My job was being weird, and which at the same time, they it pissed me off. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, let's get back into it. I'm sorry, I went on a long ass rant for no fucking reason.
Hot dogs. Where did all these dishes come from? Fun fact, those hot dogs were still in the fridge when I left. But the worst thing that was there was about 1,000,000 basketball cards just lying on the floor. I'm not even exaggerating, here's proof. Okay, so I got a single room because I brought all my drawing stuff, and I would feel bad if I shared a room with someone and he had to deal with all my drawing stuff being there, and also I wanted to be alone. Looking back, I'm so glad I got a single room because that room couldn't even fit myself. Literally, I could stand in the middle of the room, hold my hands out, and without moving my feet, I could touch the walls of the room. Maybe I just have long arms, I don't know. I mean, I could settle for a small bedroom, but what made living there so horrible were the roommates. What I didn't realize is that these boys also got private rooms, so that means that they too were socially awkward and kept to themselves, which you might think is a good thing.
Yeah, because also I was socially awkward already because I stayed fucking my room, and then but my friend the one that I lived with, he was over here always like, dude, why don't you ever come out of your room anymore? And I'm like, dude, it's not that I don't want to come out of my room. It's just that I'm not trying to, because he had his old lady there, and I've already been accused of trying to do stuff with her and all this and that. And then I'm like, I don't want to. I'm just staying the fuck away from her. I don't know if she spread the rumors or what, but I didn't fuck with her. I just stayed the fuck away, so so shit didn't start getting too fucking out of control, because I would just rather stay the fuck in my room before somebody accuses me of trying to do some stupid shit. And she was a stoner half the time. She smoked pot. She did this. She did that. She did a lot of other shit too. And so I'm not saying that she's like a drug head or anything, or an alcoholic or any of that kind of shit. I'm just saying in general, she did a lot of shit, and it was already shady enough for me. And then so all I did was, on my days, I just stayed the fuck in my room on my days off work. And if I did leave my fucking room, I left the fucking house. And unless I was hungry, and then I would go and get something out of the fridge. And then everybody would fucking stare at me like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Like, I'm just staying the fuck in my room. Like, I'm not. I don't want to have confrontation and be accused of doing something that I know I fucking didn't do.
But you'd be wrong! On the first night of being by myself, I unpack all my drawing stuff and I set it all up, and then I turn on the computer and the screen is just black. Nothing was turning on. I tried everything to fix it and it just wasn't turning on. Eventually I contacted the people who made it, sent it in, and then I got it back working. But during that week while the tablet was being fixed, like, seriously, no joke, that was probably the worst week of my entire life. I'm being serious, making comics and YouTube videos was what kept me sane. And that first night of being on my own and my tablet broke, I cried, guys. I couldn't even eat food, I was that sad. I hit rock bottom. I remember just watching Captain Sparkles and Game Grumps highlights all day. But then the day I got it back, I was a drawing machine. I posted a comic the very same day. So let's spend the rest of this video talking about these previously mentioned roommates I had. The first person I need to talk about is Isaac. He was the only one that I like, and he's also the only one I told that I made YouTube videos. Now this boy wore Obey hats, he vaped, and he said stuff like, "That's dope." But you wanna know why I liked him the most? Because he did the dishes! Like, me and him did the dishes. It wasn't just him, okay? I'd probably never become friends with him in any other circumstance. Just wanted to say that he was the cool one. I like him. Hi, Isaac. I miss you. I was looking at this post on the internet, and it was where the old memes are today. And for the after picture for the Scumbag Steve meme, it looked exactly like my roommate, who I'll just make up a fake name for, Steve for convenience. I'm pretty sure I was roommates with a meme. Just put a fedora on this meme, and boom, that's my roommate, Steve. And it was a very fitting meme, too. This guy wouldn't do the dishes, he always cooked this ramen thing in the microwave, and would leave this gross juice stuff behind, so then when I would go to use the microwave, it would get my paper plate soggy, so I would have to check every time before I used it to make sure there was no juice stuff behind. And also at night, he watched anime without headphones, subbed. Anime has a certain sound to it, I don't know if you knew that. It's like normal Japanese, but really emphatically. Luckily, it was usually late at night when he started watching, so I would just have to get to sleep before he started and I would be all good. James, why didn't you just ask him to turn it down? I did! One night I went into his room and I said,
No, I was, and that's the thing though. When I got asked to turn shit down, but they had their, they were like, "Bro, your shit's so loud we can hear it through to the living room." All right, I understand, but I can hear y'all shit in the fucking bedroom. Like, y'all were not being. And also, the thing is, I work nights. They work days. And I understand they had childrens and all this and that, but they're like, well, why can't you just sleep during the day? Like, bro, I'm at fucking work at night, why can't you sleep at night and stay awake during the day? I work at fucking night. Why do I need to stay up during the day? It was some of the rudest shit I've ever had in my life. Like, and it's, I understand there's kids that are going to make noise and shit, but my biggest thing was the fact that they would allow their kids to come into my room and fuck with my shit while I'm asleep. And yes, it is my fault for not being such a hard, or that I was such a hard sleeper. But at the same motherfucking time, I, these kids, even the days that when because I was working swing shifts as well sometimes, and uh, they would fucking come in the rooms crying in the middle of the night, wanting to come into bed with me. But then at the same time, I'm like, dude, why are we fucking there was times that I wasn't there, and they would go in my room in the middle of the night and fuck with my shit. And I have diabetic shit. I have needles. I have knives. I have swords. I have fucking insulin and shit. That shit could fuck them kids up if they fuck it up. And I'm not trying to be mean, but like, dude. And then they're like, "Well, you need to put it up better, or this or that." I'm like, yeah, fuck. If I put it in the fridge, they think it's fucking candy. They try to. They fucking literally. And I have to put it like in a cooler in my fucking room, so nobody fucks with my shit. And then there was just other shit like and oh, I wasn't allowed to lock on my room because then that because there was like invasive of privacy and all this and that and blah blah blah. It's just a bunch of rules that like I couldn't deal with.
Said, "Hey man, can you turn it down?" And you know what? He did turn it down for that night. That night. That one night. The very next night. But you know, he wasn't too bad. He would spend most of his time in his room playing video games, and I would spend most of my time in my room drawing. So except for the microwave juice thing, we didn't get in each other's way too often. Here's actually a funny story. So when I was filming the part in the vegan video when I crumpled up Oreos over Reese's Puffs, Steve walked into the kitchen and he saw me filming this sugary vegan concoction, and I just said to him, "Don't ask." Okay, so here's the roommate that I hated the most. His fake name will be Hunter. He was the one asleep on the couch when I first walked in, and he was the one who had collected all those billions of basketball cards. Just basketball cards. And he kept them all in the front room. What's the point of having sports cards when you can't even play with them? I mean, I spend money on Magic the Gathering cards, but that's because it's an actual game that you can play with friends. What do you do with sports cards? I mean, I guess you can leave them in the front room of your apartment. Maybe one day your roommate might make a video about it, though. He left his Mountain Dew bottles on the floor, he farted in public, he would always complain that Steve didn't do the dishes, but he wouldn't do the dishes either. One time I was tired of doing everyone's dirty dishes, so I bought a big stack of paper plates for everyone to use, but Hunter took the paper plates to a party without even asking me, and he didn't even bring them back. But the worst thing this guy did, one day he told me, "My ex-girlfriend doesn't want our dog anymore, so he's coming to live here." What? So this boy wants to bring a dog in an already very small, cramped apartment. I couldn't believe this. The dog's name was Snoopy and I loved him. Hunter would put him in his kennel at night, but one night I was like, "Hey, Hunter, Snoopy can stay with me if you want." And then boom, from that day forth, I was the one taking care of Snoopy. Snoopy would now sleep in my room, I would be the one who took him out for walks, and I fed him slices of lunch meat. What was great was that when I would go into the kitchen and Hunter would be watching TV, he would call for Snoopy, "Snoopy, Snoops, Snoops." But he wouldn't come. This dog would follow me everywhere. And then one day Hunter said, "Hey, do you just want to have Snoopy? I was going to get rid of him." And then I said I would take him. And then later that same week, Hunter moved out. He took all the toilet paper too. He basically gave me a dog. And of course I loved that dog. But we lived in such a small space and I was always busy with school and drawing. I knew these weren't the best conditions for a dog to live in, and I'm pretty sure my apartment didn't even allow pets. So I asked people I knew if they wanted Snoopy, and my grandma got one of her friends to take care of him. So I dropped Snoopy off and I've never seen him since. And that's it, the end.
Now on Artlist, your VO3 credits are worth more, so you can generate way more.
So I'm out here sweating, and it costs less?
Like, hello? Why the fuck? What the fuck's going on? Hold on. Alright, anyway. That was a fucking good video. Anyway.
You know, I never really understood.
I recommend going checking it out. I'll leave a like. Hell, I'm a subscribe actually, to that video. And, or that channel. Hell, that was a good fucking video in my opinion. I will say though, having roommates, make sure you set some boundaries before you actually fully move the fuck in, whatever place that you're moving into. Make sure that whatever rules that you have for yourself or for anybody in particular, no matter what the video or the whatever, not video, no matter what the scenario might be, make sure that you're okay with the or they're even okay with the rules and stuff that you might come up with and shit. And if they're not, don't fucking just don't fucking just settle. Literally take your time and try to get this shit out in writing, because the first time that one of y'all don't fucking actually
You ever have that moment?
The first fucking moment that one of y'all don't actually go with the fucking rules and stuff, uh, is the first moment that the rest of the time that y'all were together in this house is going to start falling apart. At first, you're like, "Oh yeah, it's alright if they don't do the dishes today. It's their day, but like I'll do the dishes because tomorrow's my day. I'll do the dishes tomorrow." And so you're sitting there like, "Okay, yeah, it's okay." For one time, and then it's over and over and over and over and over again. It starts becoming more and more of a thing that no matter how often, no matter how much that you're sitting there thinking, hold on, what the fuck is that, dude? Uh, yeah, no matter how much that you're sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, it's okay. Uh, make sure whatever rules you have set is the rules that you uh, want to be set, and don't try to take advantage of each other either. Just because you feel like you can. Nah, that's when shit starts going downhill too. For roommates and shit. But just let if y'all agree with me, just leave a like or some shit. Or if you got some certain things that y'all would like to say, please leave it down in the comments. I'd like to talk with y'all and all this and that down in the comments and stuff. And thank y'all for watching. If y'all are new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe, because I try to upload at least once a day, every day. And if y'all want to watch this video without me yapping 1,000 miles an hour or minutes and stopping the video every 5 seconds just to talk about whatever the fuck's going on in my life, and y'all would like to watch this video without me reacting to it, y'all could put it'd be down in the description if y'all want to check it out. And if y'all don't, if y'all just don't give a fuck and y'all enjoyed the video, even though I was sitting here yapping, cool. If not, hey, I understand. But thank y'all for watching. So do what you gotta do.